drunk, back with something completely different. And the video I'm going to do just now is, yes, it's my very first. Yes, I've joined it, I've caved in like everybody else out there, and I've went and got myself a Krups compact sub, and we're going to take a look at the Newcastle Brown Ale. 4.7 on the Richter scale for this bad boy, so I'm going to load it into the compact. You don't have to see that because every man and his dog's already done it. Catch you in 2 ticks. I'm not going to show you the pour, but you'll hear the noise, so here we go. Of the Nuki Brown, 4.7 on a Richter scale for it. I did pour some off a minute ago, but I've been watching other guys on YouTube, the subs, and they end up with big head pours like that, so looks rather sort of lively in the glass, just typical Newcastle Brown Ale colouring. Nice big fluffy white head on it actually that you don't get with the bottles. So I'm going to go in for aroma, see what we can get. It's got that old man's pub stale smell about it. That's the way I actually remember the bottles smelling a long time ago, before the big boys came in and took over it. Maybe it's a benefit for me that I haven't had many beers. Well, I hadn't had any beers in about a year, and this is my first attempt at a draft beer, and especially on the top. I know in Newcastle Brown everyone's done it. Everyone and their dog, so to speak, has reviewed it, and it's not as good as what it was. I remember drinking this as a young pup about 30 years ago, and it was a solid beer. It's actually settling well in the glass just now. So anyway, so fucking drunk. Just a typical sort of like caramel, not too much happening, but it's got that old man smell, old man pub smell about it. So anyway, so fucking drunk, drinking a Newcastle Brown on the top. Slangiva, let's see what it's all about. See what the hype is. That's actually not that bad, believe it or not. It's actually not that bad at all. Better get that wee bit in. Nice sort of fluffy soft head. It is the way that the bottles used to be many years ago that I'm tasting. Sort of like caramel notes, malt, more thicker than the bottle, get more of a body. It's actually not that bad, to be honest. As I said, I bought the Krups sub, and I got the party pack, and I get 8 torps. And when I checked all the dates in the torp, this one was up the quickest. I've still got about another month or so on it. Not that it's going to last that long, it's only 2 litres in a torp, which is just slightly over about 3.5 pints. So, you know it's not going to last that long anyway. But that's actually not bad. This is going to appeal to your old guys that are long in the tooth, like myself, your old grandfather, the old bitter drinker. This is going to appeal to them. They'll remember this Newcastle the way it was. Why can't they just make it the way it was? I probably get the benefit of, because this is my first draft beer in a year, I'll probably get the benefit that of anything would have tasted nice. To be honest, Carlin would have probably tasted nice, but sometimes the palate gets bogged down because lots of guys out there, they're drinking the high-end craft beers and stuff like that, and then they move on to something like a Newcastle Brown, and there's no comparison. There's a lot of guys out there don't review the beer for what it is, they're always comparing it to something. I tend to be different. I tend to just compare it. I always sort of just look at the beer and what it is and what the market for that beer is. this is actually quite good. This has really surprised me, believe it or not. Is it one I drink again? Probably not buy it again, but if I was up in someone's house and they had Torp Newcastle Brown, they said, "Do you want a pint?" I would certainly take it. It's actually quite good. This is a way I remember the first time about 100 years ago when I first went to England, and you, as a Scot, you went down. There was all these English bitters that you'd only heard of but never tried. It reminds me of that. It reminds me of that, the thick body and some of these beers had. Now, it has got a nice big thick head on it. It's cooled down, whatever it is, 2 or 3 degrees. I think it's 3 degrees the subcompact cools the beer down to. Slightly chilled, but I'm going to just leave maybe half of that there just on the side and let the temperature come up for a while, just to see if it releases any more. But it's a solid effort, I've got to admit that. My first effort of the sub Torps, and it's a Nuki Brown 4.7 on the Richter scale. I'm going to give that a 3 stars out of 5. Yeah, 3 stars out of 5, 3 stars out of 5, says you, eh? What's you all about? Take a year off a drink, you come back with 3 stars out of 5. Well, that's going to be my top ratings. So anyway, so for getting drunk, if you've drank this before, you liked it, you didn't like it, drop a line below. And if not, slangy va. Keep drinking the good beers out there. And if you've not got one of these things, I know that they're a bit pricey, but they're well worth looking at. If you're not a big drinker, there is bigger ones. There's the Blade and there's Perfect Draft. There's 2 or 3 different ones, but I went for the Torp for just the 2 litre beers. Something different in it. It's a little bit of the pub in your home. So anyway, slangy va. Hope you join me again with another Torp review real soon. Ciao for now.